What is going on, folks? It is K.Spade the Prospect, YouTube's best kept secret. I'm back today with a brand new episode, and welcome to Sin City, where we hopefully get a chance to see the Rebels right the ship. The Rebels have started this season off terrible, 0-2 against two ranked opponents, only averaging 14 points a game, averaging 3 turnovers and less than 100 yards on the ground. We've seen this offense lose a lot of talent. They got to figure it out this week against another ranked opponent in Northwestern. I'll catch you guys at the coin toss. All right, folks. Man, it looks like a beautiful day for some college football. I'm looking around the stands. The fans have come out to support the Rebels in the first home game of the season. Just last year, the first home game, it was a little to no support out there for the Rebels, so definitely they've turned things around, and that's the same thing they got to do in this season after starting off 0-2. Lex Thomas, 7 yards on the carry. That's what I feel like they need to do. Get back to running the... No! Lex has fumbled. The second play of the game, Lexington Thomas puts the peel on the turf. Northwestern dives on it for the recovery, and their offense takes over with amazing field position. I was just about to say they needed to get back to running the football. I don't know. I mean, we all felt like Lex was the man. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's not 100%. Maybe he didn't come back from this injury right. I don't know. At any rate, we need this defense to come through and save them yet again. Northwestern in great field position inside the red zone. Dericksun keeps it, bounces outside, runs into the safety who brings him down just inside the 5-yard line. First and goal from the 4. You got to feel like it's a terrible way to start the game, but it's still a lot of football left in this defense, man. They've been playing some inspired football this entire season. They get to him here. On 3rd and goal, they try to run outside. That's not going to work either. Bend but don't break. We get a studio update early in the season, man. Check this out right here. The Cyclones upset the Hawkeyes 34-14, and Iowa was ranked 10 in the nation. Anybody can be upset on any given day. Fresno State starts their season off with an L to Nebraska. Stanford and Washington had a great one, and Utah State also taking an L at the hands of Rice. Now let's get back to this game, because I don't know, man. I know they started the season off tough. 3 ranked opponents in the top 20. But if UNLV takes an L right here, I wonder if the support stays on. I wonder what these losses will do to this team. 2nd and 8. Beautiful pass over to Devontae Boyd. That's what you got to do. Get your playmakers involved. Beautiful. Later in that drive on 2nd down, Northwestern defenders get to Johnny Stanton. Takes him down for a loss to put him in a 3rd and 15 situation. Stanton comes out, throws a strike to Tim Holt. 1st and 10 Rebels. Tim Holt came out of nowhere. Wasn't even the backup tight end last year. Came back, has definitely been a force so far in this season. Hasn't been a lot of good from this Rebel offense, but Tim Holt has definitely been one of them. 2nd and 10, they go back to the ground. They get nothing though. Like, it just seems like opposing teams are ready for Lex, and Lex don't really have the physicality to break these tackles like the Green Machine did last year. The offensive line definitely needs some rebuilding. Beautiful play right here. 11-yard pickup for the first to keep this drive going. I don't know what they're going to do, man. They definitely need to bulk up in the trenches, but you can't bulk up in the middle of the season. Now they're just going to have to figure out the best way to make it work with the talent they got. The Rebels end up having to punt it off on that drive. The defense is actually the most impressive thing about the Rebels so far this season. And this is the side of the ball that we was the most worried about. They lost the most players. We didn't know how they was going to reload. And these guys are playing inspired football. Maybe it's Junior. Maybe it's the coach's son on the field. I don't know. Right now, Northwestern is moving the ball with ease. About midfield right here, they try to go speed option. Look at the quarterback. Dericksun keeps it. Gets 8 yards on the play to get him across midfield. Now they come back on 1st and 10 right here. Got a tight end in motion, quick speed option, and this is what you like to see, them scarlet jerseys flying to the football, making a stop in the backfield. 3rd and 13, the screenplay is dialed up. Looks like the Rebels was in zone. The screenplay would destroy zone, and it does right here. Big time pickup for Northwestern. 1st and 10 for the purple guys. Another speed option attempt right here for Northwestern is not really working. The speed on the Rebel defense is actually pretty good. Like, they definitely got faster. I don't know if they got more talented, but they did get faster. Tim Huff coming up with a big-time INT in the corner of the end zone. They tried to high point it. I was afraid that was going to be 7 for Northwestern. It's almost like the receiver lost it, and Tim Huff never did. That's a big-time turnover to put the Rebel offense back on the field. How many times have we said that this season? At some point, these guys have to get it done, and I like the way they starting it off. Don't give up on Lex Thomas. This guy was your starter last year for a reason. He won coaches over. If he's 100%, he can show you everything this year that you thought he was going to be last year. Stick with the kid. Another 5-yard pickup on the ground right here. The 2nd and 5, they go play action. The pressure is on. Quick read over to the tight end, Hope. 1st and 10 Rebels. 7 yards on the pickup. I like what they're doing, y'all. I like it. Xavier Campbell's a running back on this team that we never heard of before this year. Coach Spade told us before the game, next man up was the motto for last season, and said that same motto applies to Xavier Campbell. Said this kid has a scholarship for a reason. He can play ball. 13-yard pickup on the screenplay to Lex Thomas. 1st and 10. You got the Rebels inside the red zone. Stanton drops back to pass, sees nothing, takes off, gets in the end zone for the Rebels' first score of the game.
Get it the fastest, right in the cat to my classes. 107, we can hit on Sunday, we gon' hit the Crystal Palace.
Finally, this is the Stanton we know. I don't know if somebody got in his head. It seems like he's been trying to convert himself into more of a pocket passer, and you just got to use the talents you got. Whoa, Tim Huff comes out with a big-time pick. He's got some green. He's got this sideline, and he's finally pushed out around the 25-yard line. What a INT. It looked like it was right in the receiver's hands. He came out of nowhere and hawked it. That's the 2nd INT for Huff. 2nd turnover for this defense, and you put the offense back on the field with a short field with just 2 minutes to go before the half. They come right out and attack the air. I like it. Tough catch by Devontae Boyd. He's made a living doing that. 3rd and goal from about the 10-yard line. Stanton drops back to pass. He's got time in the pocket, steps up, tried to run again, took a big-time hit at the end of that play. Northwestern defense dodges a bullet right here, but of course the Rebels are going to take that field goal to go into the half with a 10-3 lead. Only 10 points at the half, but this is an offense that's only been averaging 14 points a game. So at this point, I guess we can assume they've righted the ship. 55 yards rushing on the ground. I expect to see more yards from these guys, but over 100 through the air. 2 turnovers for each team. They're going to have to limit those turnovers, but this is a very winnable game for the Rebels. Very winnable. Then again, so were the last 2. We come out in the second half. Northwestern comes out attacking. First through the air, now on the ground, Moulton with the illest stiff arm I've seen this season. The right hand of fellowship, some people might call it. 1st and 10 Northwestern. Later in that drive, Thorson keeps it straight up the gut. I don't know how he didn't get touched. 30 yards straight up the gut there in the red zone again. This defense is going to have to fight again to try to stop this offense. We jump ahead. It's 3rd and 5 from inside the 10-yard line. 4 wide receivers. They come out and go screen. Junior comes down and lowers the boom on Anderson. A 1-yard gain on the play. That's the bend but don't break defense. Junior looked like a player, folks. Northwestern settles for their 2nd field goal of the game. Still not able to get into the end zone despite having great field position more than once. Makai Stevenson has some room on the return. Oh, finally taken down around the 50-yard line. That's a 52-yard return. Again, you're going to put a struggling offense on the field with a shortened field, and maybe this is what they need. Lex Thomas gets a little bit of room. You can see how agile this kid is. If you get him in the open field, he's a defensive player headache, man. You don't want that problem. They go back to him. I like what they show in this game. They're getting him his carries. He's over 60 yards rushing on the day on 12 carries. And they're still mixing in the pass. I love it. Zay Campbell right here. Beautiful catch in the flats. No need to take the risk. You don't want the fumble. Goes out of bounds. 1st and 10 Rebels. They come back. Quick strike to Devontae Boyd. 12-yard pickup. That'll put him inside the 5. Devontae has made some of the toughest catches I've seen so far this season. 3rd and goal for Stanton. I like this decision. Nobody's open. Throw it away. Throw it out the back of the end zone. Take another 3. 13-6 is the score, folks. 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter, and the star of this game has been the Rebel defense. Tim Huff with 2 big-time INTs, and they have stuffed this team inside the red zone twice and only gave them 3 points. I like it. Right now, Northwestern seems to be moving the ball. They try to go back to the ground. Scarlet jerseys everywhere. We've got an injury. Moulton is down. I don't know how serious it is. He does leave the field on his own power, but at any rate, Moulton is out. Anderson gets in, 12-yard pickup. Okay, they still gonna stay with the run. Third and short, they go no huddle. You can see them rushing the guys back to the line of scrimmage, trying to take advantage of the fact that just maybe this young, inexperienced defense is tired. They go speed option again. Thorson is wrapped up, brought down for a loss on the play. Look at this defense. This defense is playing. UNLV offense back on the field, and Lexington Thomas looks like he's got a little spring in his step. I was beginning to question his confidence, but at this point in the game, look at Stanton with the spinneroonie. At this point in the game, the UNLV offensive players have confidence. I can see it. This is the first time I've seen it all season. They look confident, and they're going to need to have that confidence moving forward. They just might get this win, and hopefully they can start a run the same way they did last season. Third and short, Stanton is flushed out the pocket, does the smart thing, throws it away. You gotta lead. No need to try to force something. But instead, Coach Spade said, we got confidence, we got momentum, we got swagger, we're going for it. Fourth and short, look at Lex Thomas picking up 4 yards on the play to continue to drive. Beautiful drive. I like what they're doing. This right here is taking the life from Northwestern. Beautiful pass to Presley. Presley took a big-time hit, fumbled, but the fumble goes out of bounds, and Zay Campbell gets it in the end zone on the next carry. Let's go. This is the Rebels we thought we was going to get this season. Fighting through adversity, fighting through injuries, and still coming out here and producing. 20-6 is your score. Just under 3 minutes to go. Junior gets a pick. He's got the field. I don't think he's going to be called. He dives for the end zone. What happened? He lost the ball. Oh my God, Junior had the end zone, went to dive, and Thorson hit the football and knocked it out. I don't even know if he got hit. He just dropped it. He dropped the football. Oh my God, that was gonna be the play of the game, and he just made a freshman mistake. But the Rebels defense comes back, gets a safety on the very next play, 22-6. This is the number 18 ranked team in the nation, and they're getting demolished by UNLV. Demolished. 2 minutes to go. The Rebel offense is still running the football, still picking up yards, forcing Northwestern to take those timeouts, get them up out of here. Lex Thomas is running the ball like we thought he was going to do when the season started off. 11 yards on that play. He's over 100 yards for the day. I love it, man. Oh, and they take another strike to the end zone. Disrespect to the fifth power. I love it. Disrespect Northwestern. Get them up out of here. 28-6 is your score before the extra point. Beautiful pass. You can see no pressure was on Stanton. He had time to step into that pass through a dart. The final score out here, folks, is 29-6. This defense needs to be talked about. Only 2 field goals allowed for the number 18 ranked team in the nation. UNLV had their back against the wall. They came out fighting. They went back to their old roots. They ran the football, and this defense, I can't say enough about them. Anyway, folks, that is all I got for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor, drop that like, fam. If you knew and you want to see more, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm out to the next one. How about that boy Junior? That should have been a pick 6. Junior definitely got played on that pick 6. It's got to be a glitch. Nobody even touched him. I just went to dive and he dropped it. He should have a pick 6, y'all, and y'all know it. All right, y'all. Peace.